So when at the topic's fool's gold, and I was thinking, fool's gold is disappointing, and so I was thinking, what's disappointing? And then I thought my dating life. So similar along the lines of dating, I thought about my dating experiences, and there are quite a few disappointments. Pretty much all of them. Hence why I'm still single. So I was thinking, kind of looking back, and there's a few that kind of start off. There was, the guy that shit on the side of the car on the first day, and it was not him. But he did that. And then there was a guy that said he was 37, but he ended up being 43, and he said he was 6 foot, but he was 5'8", and I'm 5'9", and I wear heels, so that's awkward. And but I was thinking about the start of my dating experience, and so just to kind of preface a little bit, first off, I'm sober, so I don't drink, so dating is a little awkward because I don't have the luxury of getting drunk and making out with people. I have to do it sober, and it's just a lot easier when you're drinking, it really is. So I had miraculously had a boyfriend for 3 years. He was a 40-year-old surfboard manufacturer in the state of Pennsylvania. So at about 3 years, I realized, and he was a great guy. I'm sorry, I love him, but I don't love him. I broke up with him one day. And we kind of went our ways, and I didn't really know how to date sober. At this point, I was about 4 or 5 years sober, and I had never really had to do it. We had worked together, Dottie and I, and it just kind of evolved over time. So how do you meet people? How do you get out there? How do you do that? So the online thing kind of makes sense, but I decided to look in the past. It's always a failure, and I had seen some guy on Facebook who I had known in high school, and so at that point, poking had surpassed its thing, so I thought I'll bring it back for him. And so I poked him, and he poked me, and we're all right. And we kind of arranged to date, to go on a date, and I'm thinking I hit gold. This guy is attractive. He is 6'2", but actually 6'2", and he's Italian and I'm Italian, so we can do the hand things, And he just seems cool, right? And he's a graphic designer. I'm in marketing, and I'm thinking I hit it, this is cool. I'll get kind of some steam going, And so we're supposed to meet on a Thursday around 7, and he starts texting me. He's well, I'm going to be at work late. Why don't you just come by the house around 10? Right? All right, booty call. Okay. Yeah. We're all on the same page. And I'm thinking, all right, screw you. And then I'm thinking, and so the end of my relationship with Donnie ended with the no sex spoon for about 6 months. Do you guys know what that is? When you're late and you're hoping and they're not, and you're come on. So that's 6 months. So a booty call might not be a bad thing to kind of get the ball rolling. So I'm all right. So this gold might now be silver, right? So I'm all right, fine, I'll come. And then the story slowly evolves because now he's telling me that he lives 40 minutes away. And he gives me very clear directions. He says, park in the street, not in the driveway. I don't want you to wake my mom. I live in the garage. Don't worry, it's separate. And so now he's bronze, right? And I'm all right. And what, screw it. I'll go. Why not? I don't know how to do this, so I go there, and I get there, and he's got the Porn Awards TiVo. What? And that's what he has for us to watch. And I'm thinking, do I want him? And he's good looking. So I'm thinking, all right, this silver might just be really good in bed, right? He might, maybe he's a stallion. And so we're sitting there, and he's we're trying to have conversation, and I'm pretty blunt. So I finally turned to him, and I was are we gonna do this? You wanna cause obviously it's a booty call. He's alright, so he rips his clothes off, and I feel most places I take my clothes off. And And so I drive 40 minutes to like hook up with this guy that might be a goal, but ends up being 3 seconds.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh no.
So I asked for my toll money. And,